In this movie, we're going to look at throwing errors. That is, creating your own errors. Now, if you're new to object-oriented programming, you may be wondering why you'd want to create errors. Let me show you here. I'm going to go to the first keyframe of the Actions layer in my application and open up the Actions panel. We wrote this code in a previous movie. If you remember, the remote class needs its TV property set in order to work properly. Let's say we commented out this line of code or forgot to give a value to the TV property of the remote. I'm going to test the movie and see what happens. I'll click a button to change the channel, and we get an error in the output window. Let's see what the error says. Cannot access a property or method of a null object reference. So the problem with this error is that it's very vague. I don't necessarily know where the problem is in my code. What would be great is if this message said, error, you need to set TV property in order to use the remote. We'll look at how to do that in just a minute. So you can see that the importance of creating errors is that when you're using your code or somebody else is using your code and something goes wrong, the error message can be clear and tell the person exactly what's wrong. So we'll do that right now. What I'm going to do is go to the remote class, expand my working area here, then I'll go to the change channel method. Right above the switch statement, I'll check to see if TV is undefined. So create an if statement, so if in some parentheses and some curly braces, and in the parentheses type an exclamation point and then TV. The exclamation point is the not operator. TV represents our TV property. And so if it's undefined or not set, then this statement will be true. So if not TV, or in other words, if TV is undefined, then run this block of code. Now here we'll create an error that's very clear in the output window. Type throw space new space error with capital E. And in the parentheses, this is the constructor for the error class, by the way, we'll just type in a string that's an error message. I'll type TV property for remote needs to be set. Save the file, so file save, back to the FLA file, and test the movie. Click one of the channel buttons and look at the message in the output window. Error, TV property for remote needs to be set. From there, I know exactly what the problem is, so I can go to my code and find where I should have set the TV property, uncomment the code, test the movie, and everything works properly. So to recap, if you want to create a new error, this is the syntax. Throw space new space error with capital E, then the error message as a string inside of the constructor. For more information about errors, including useful statements to control errors, look up the error class in Flash Help by selecting error and pressing F1 on your keyboard.